In this video, we are looking at a highly significant and closely watched conversation between Chinese President Xi Jinping and United States President Donald Trump. A phone call that Beijing says is about keeping geopolitical momentum steady after last month's rare face-to-face meeting, while also placing a clear message on the table regarding Taiwan at a time when tensions remain extremely sensitive between the world's two largest economies. In this detailed report, we break down why China says this moment is critical, how the U.S. sees the relationship moving ahead, what Xi's remarks on Taiwan's signal for future diplomacy, and what this means for global trade and security, especially with the Ukraine crisis still unresolved. Chinese President Xi Jinping held a phone conversation with President Trump on Monday, during which he emphasized that the two sides must maintain the momentum gained in their relationship following their recent talks in South Korea. According to China's state news agency Xinhua, Xi said their discussions in Busan recalibrated the course of what he called the giant ship of China-U.S. relations, injecting fresh energy into a partnership that has been strained by years of economic and strategic confrontation. The call comes shortly after Washington agreed to lower tariffs on Chinese goods, while Beijing reduced restrictions on rare earth exports, a strategic commodity crucial for global electronics and defense supply chains. The United States and China, still locked in a broader trade dispute touching everything from soybeans to port fees, have disrupted global markets and supply chains for months, making this diplomatic thaw particularly significant. President Xi reiterated China's position that Taiwan's return is an important element of the post-World War II international order, language that underscores Beijing's view that the island remains an inseparable part of its territory, even as Taiwan continues to democratically govern itself and rejects China's sovereignty claims. She pointed out that the United States and China once fought shoulder to shoulder against fascism and militarism, and therefore, he argued, both nations should now jointly defend the outcomes of that victory, including the status of Taiwan. President Trump reportedly responded by acknowledging Xi as a strong leader and saying he completely agrees with Xi's assessment of bilateral relations, adding that both sides are actively implementing the consensus reached at their Busan meeting. Trump also recognized what he called China's important role in World War II and stated that Washington understands how critical the Taiwan issue is for Beijing, a remark likely to be closely scrutinized in Taipei and in American policy circles. The two leaders additionally discussed the ongoing Ukraine crisis, with Xi saying that China supports all efforts conducive to peace and urging all sides to narrow differences, reach a fair, lasting, and binding peace agreement soon, and resolve the conflict at its root. The call reflects a cautious reset, but also makes clear that Taiwan remains the biggest fault line in U.S.-China relations, even as both sides chase economic stability and signal a willingness to cooperate where interests align. We will continue tracking every development in the evolving U.S.-China dynamic, so make sure you subscribe to the Indian Express on YouTube for more updates, analysis, and detailed explainers on global affairs.